Welcome to the Infinite Podcast with Øystein Rabbe and Ulf Tende Flitti. We are here to figure everything out and share the whole thing with you, because the truth is in there somewhere. At the BodyMindSpirit Festival, we had a wonderful chat with Tai Chi master Pamela Hiley. She is originally Irish, I think, and she came to Norway in 1983, founded the Norwegian Taiji Centre the same year, and has been teaching clients the art of Tai Chi ever since. A true Tai Chi master and a transcendent conversation, I must say. Enjoy!
I'm actually a dog. Chinese, the dog.
Oh, now it got serious. Welcome, Pamela.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're here at the... I've forgotten the name of the festival. BodyMindSpirit Festival. Yes. And we bumped into you, the Tai Chi master. Is that...
I've been known as that, yeah?
Yes, yes. I have no idea what Tai Chi is. I know that there is a film with Keanu Reeves which is called The Man of Tai Chi. I have not seen the film. And also, now I know more about Tai Chi. There is this woman who is married to Eric Williams, Christina, who also does Tai Chi. But now that's about it.
Yeah.
You know more about Tai Chi than I do, right? I hope so.
So far, it sounds like it, yes. You know more about what you've spoken about than me. I've never heard of these people before, so I'm learning too, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We shall watch this film together at one time, right?
Oh, wow. That's an invitation I can't refuse, perhaps. Yeah, let's see.
Movie night.
Could be nice. Movie night with the men.
Yeah.
New men in my life, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, what is Tai Chi?
Tai Chi is a martial art. It's a way of connecting to what is within the body, deeply seated presence, discovered through breath and coordinating of movements, and a reflection of connecting to the other. As it is a martial art, one has to understand the movements in relation to the other.
When I was a kid, I thought martial art was fighting, you know, a means of, what's it called?
Self-defense.
Yes, but also in when you win, like you...
Competition? Or die? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in combat, you conquer or you...
Fight. Fight. Yeah, well, life is a fight. I mean, you can take it on any level. So Tai Chi is a fight like everything else can be. So what Tai Chi is giving a maximum point of balancing that fight so that you keep healthy, perhaps wealthy, and even wise. If you practice long enough with the right people and the right purpose and empathy, you learn. If you have the empathy to learn. So Tai Chi has been a tremendous tool, at least for me, to understand what comes towards me in life. And that can be a fight, you could say, but it also can be a way to be challenged.
Yeah.
And of course the fight, you can take it down to the immune system. The immune system has to fight itself to keep healthy. So every particle of cells that we have in the human body is fighting to keep us in a healthy state of mind. Even without the other interfering. So we have enough to be conscious of our own body and our own health. This can sometimes be a fight as we get distracted by beautiful food we don't need to eat. Beautiful habits that we become ingrained with that is maybe not particularly healthy for us.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can take it on quite intimate levels in the daily life to find out about this fight you refer to.
The fights.
But it can also be a harmonizing, you know. So rather than see it as only a challenge, with the Tai Chi, that sort of softens the fight, and you are looking for the balance and the harmonizing in it. Yeah.
How did you find it?
Tai Chi found me in a way. So I started Tai Chi when I was took art as my second subject at university. I was doing my bachelor degree on human movement studies. I was an athlete. I used to run for Wales, top athlete. And so I was interested in the body and fitness. So I specialized in this human movement studies at college. And then I did art as my second subject. And decided to focus on the color. Is it a color? I'm not sure. Black. And through this, I got into black holes and the destiny of the question of the universe, big questions like this. And I came out of this was a Tai Chi symbol. The light and the dark forces of the universe. So this fascinated me very much. And so I looked further into this Tai Chi philosophy of movement and of the mind, and I thought, wow, what's next? And then Tai Chi, of course, came. So when I did postgraduate in London, I found a Tai Chi teacher and haven't stopped since.
Yeah.
Because I thought, oh, this is it, what I'm looking for, to understand the balance of movement, the interest of what's going on here. So I think it's a wonderful way the Chinese have made up this creation of yin and yang to explain these opposing forces of heaven and earth and male and female.
So yin yang is this Tai Chi symbol, or
it is. Yeah. This is black and white there. There's two fishes swimming together. This is Tai Chi. This means Tai Chi philosophy. The art and practice of Tai Chi Chuan is the martial art. So Chuan means fist.
Oh, okay.
Or knyttneve, we say the way. Tai Chi Chuan. This is the philosophy of the ultimate force. Supreme ultimate way. Not very modest, are we?
No. But where, I mean, if someone wants to start exploring it, how do they start? And what is actually the benefit, if you want to explain it on more a practical level?
Well, Tai Chi is, immediately you will feel, when you practice, you'll feel a relaxation. And giving up the fight, as it were, and, learning to accept who you are and what you have. You already have within you. So it's a question of surrendering to that inner peace and vibration of breath and how that sort of natural state of being emerges, actually, as you practice. So this is what I felt. I felt this deep connectedness to myself, and finally I could feel at home with myself, in my being. Yeah.
That sounds like a pleasant place to live.
Welcome home. Keep in touch here. So we have, I think.
I tried living in the mind for a while.
How was that?
The view is great.
Yeah, you have a good view.
Like on top.
Yeah, well, you need a good view.
Yes.
I love a good view.
Yes.
That's important, but we need it on the ground.
Yes. I was not very grounded because I did not acknowledge the body as anything other than a tool to get around, to put food into my mouth. And I think I've recently, in the last couple of years, started dancing, which I find at times very hard because I typically want to dance in my mind. And for some strange reason that doesn't work.
Yeah, you have to connect it to the body, huh?
The body needs to actually be a very large part of it, not just something you control. You have to actually let go of that control in the mind to be able to dance, which the times when it's sort of, when you let go, and I'm like, what? I can't dance.
Yeah.
And then my mind says, what?
Scary, huh?
Scary.
Yeah.
But I I do find it so fascinating that there are all these practices, right? Like yoga or meditation, all these great devices and Tai Chi to connect into these things. But we're sort of like, or me previously would look at it as sort of like a diversion to sort of distract yourself from life. Whereas it's quite the opposite.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a revelation you had then.
Yes,
through the body.
is.
Huh?
Yeah.
Body has information that you didn't know.
Yes, and it seems more vital information than the mind seems to be flashing about. Like, look at what I got.
Yeah, yeah. Look who I am.
Yeah. And then it's like, but look what you can be. And that
together,
seems to be so
even.
much more.
Yeah, when we are together. I think the body is a natural way of connecting with each other, and through touch and through being present.
Yes.
You can feel the vibration of someone.
Yes. Yeah. That seems very...
Without having to hear what they have to say or even know what they're thinking.
Wow.
You can feel exactly who they are.
That is
by
actually
listening.
kind of cool. This should be a video podcast now, actually, because this is getting very... It's great.
Cool. Nice to meet you too. You all right?
Wow.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
remembering and feeling who you really are.
Oh. It is easy to forget.
Sure.
And it's very overwhelming to remember.
How amazing you really are.
Wow. Is this the sound of Tantra, the male Tantra course?
Yeah, maybe.
Speaking out.
In the background
loud.
there.
Crying out somehow.
Wow.
Join in, yeah. Some kind of celebration.
Yeah, some kind of
Joining in.
celebration.
Yeah, it takes a lot of vulnerability to feel what you're tuning into now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's not so easy sometimes to show that vulnerability perhaps in the male environment. So there are ways of expressing it and allowing that level of expression to come through. That humanity is somehow, I believe, is really looking for and asking for now.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is why I came here to your table.
You came at the perfect time.
Well, your invitation. I'm so
Divine.
happy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do the work for us. Not so easy to hold a view, when you're going through these processes sometimes and feeling these different energies coming through. It seems sometimes like confusion or aggression or...
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. We can't explain it. So to keep the clarity... so thank you for holding that. So in the midst of it, all this movement, process, transformation that we need one another to make happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Had to be.
I am at a loss of words. But I don't think we really need words right now, so maybe that's okay.
Yeah, the depth of the silence is powerful and should be honored. So when you honor the silence and the power of silence, that's when the deeper embodiment of who we are can come through.
Yeah. Some, I don't remember who said it, like the sound between the sounds.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. It's pretty powerful.
Sure.
Wow. That is, yeah.
I don't know what to say either. You have a school?
I have a school.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
I can talk about anything, yeah. So anything you want.
Yeah. Where is your school and where can people find it?
Well, I like to say my Tai Chi Centre is here.
Yeah.
So she's pointing towards her
My
belly.
dantian.
Yeah.
So my Tai Chi Centre is here.
Yeah.
So I take it with me. It's with me where I am. And I am who I am. Pam. Allah. Allah. And of course the physical home and that I have collected very powerful milieu of people practicing together is in the center of Oslo. Kirkegate, 1 to 3.
Yeah.
Right in the center of town, in Quadraturen in Oslo, where we will serve you a nice warm cup of tea if you come, make you feel comfortable. It's very good tea. Some people only come for the tea. Chi in the tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have regular classes there, and it's about 100 people come every week, practice different beginners, advanced, both Tai Chi and Qigong. Yeah. So this is what I've been doing in Norway the last 35 years, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am curious.
Yes.
How did you end up in Norway?
The reason I came to Norway, I was invited to the Festival in Vinstra.
Oh.
So I like to say it was Ibsen that brought me to Norway.
I think that's a very nice reason to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I came to give teaching in Tai Chi. And the person who won the Pig Prize that year I came was Torbjørn Egner, Kardemommaby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I arrived in the middle of Pig Int, Kardemommaby, and Vafle. So this is, I thought, must be a utopia. 4 hearts in all directions, you know. I said, wow, with a lump of cream and strawberry jam. So thank you for receiving me so well. I think this is one of the reasons I stayed, and I love the nature up there in Vinstra. And I did not know too much about Pigint or Kardemommaby at that time. I've learned over the years to realize the significance of both of these pieces of art for the young generation and the wild male psyche of humanity manifested in Pigint. It's taught me a lot about driving forces in Norway here. So I'm happy to share this, and I was invited back a second time to teach Tai Chi. So I stayed. I finally met the father of my 3 children here. I was teaching Tai Chi from the beginning, and I've continued for the past 35 years. So until I met you guys today.
Yeah.
So this year is celebration, huh?
Yeah. Nice.
For us here. So what about you? What are you doing? Tell me more about you. Thank you for being interested in Tai Chi, but I'm intrigued by your questions and the impact of our conversation on you, and how you're able to share your emotions and the depth of your insight from my few modest words. Thank you for listening so profoundly. It's also touching me. So it brings us together in such a cozy corner here.
Yeah.
So can you tell me more about this interest and your curiosity for life?
It's just once you know, you cannot not know, you know. So I think that's the. In my life, I don't have like a specific moment that I can remember. There's been many moments where I realize kind of more, but it is always this curiosity that I realize there is more to see, there's more to be, to welcome into my existence. You know? So to me, it's been a huge transformation over the past years. I used to be very closed up and focused. I was like a workaholic, like working all the time. And when it crashed, actually that was actually a moment where it really turned around though. I was working up to the point where I just, fell apart because it didn't work. I was exhausted and everything. And I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, your body gave you a message.
Yeah, and through that time, I realized I was just building this career and this whole outer, castle, just for some kind of approval. But I realized there was nothing in this castle because I wasn't there. I was just trying to cover up something, like a big cover-up scheme. So once I realized that, I just saw that, okay, I need to go the other direction and figure out some things, because it was the only thing that made sense. And I also knew that kind of it might not be easy, but I know eventually it will be better than this. So it was a rough path after that. And I was also kind of withdrawing myself from the whole career thing and I was always shy at that point. After that, I think I got even more shy because I was kind of withdrawing myself so much, and that was so frustrating. That I thought I was going to fix this, and then it just got worse, it seems, in a way. But also a deeper knowing was just totally okay with it, because I knew, okay, this is the only way that makes sense. I'm actually going back to source and cleaning things up, in a sense.
Sure.
And I remember had this realization one time when all this spiritual thing was still really scary for me. But I remember a moment where I had been moving out of Oslo. I was living at my brother's house just to save money and just to be able to. I was traveling different places because I was also traveling inside, So I had a 2-3 year period just doing that. But I think one of the initial phases of that was also this realization that I feel like I'm so old. I've been doing this for so long, for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and it's enough. I need to, and it cannot continue, So that was a really, it was a big moment to see that, because that was the first time I really had this realization that not just that have been on the wrong path in a sense, but also that there is actually layers upon layers upon layers of things, not just this life that I am having now, but a much bigger experience. So yeah, I think that was the beginning. Yeah.
Waking up.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And that's when life started getting exciting. Yeah. Everything before that was just fixing problems, But
so did you continue with your work or same work?
yeah, for a long time during those 2-3 years, I really hated working in television. I hated it so much because I was so fed up with it. Like I felt it was taking my life away. So I had a hard time with it, but I still did it in between. Like I had maybe like longer periods not doing anything, but I maybe worked a week here or a month there. It's freelance work, so it has the flexibility to some extent. But I was hating it. And then gradually, now I have come back to it.
Okay.
I still am in that space where I need to do it differently. I still want to work with television, and we want to work with television.
Yeah.
But we want to do it with our hearts or presence, not just surviving in it for the money,
Sure. Yeah.
Which is kind of is what we feel a little bit stuck in right now. That we know we have to take a step. Okay. Feel a little bit stuck in the old energy. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now.
Oh, interesting to see what decisions you make now.
Yeah.
What kind of projects you put your hand into that you think are worthwhile.
Yeah.
That you can relate and be sincere and fully embodying what you're doing. Because I would think the TV and media is a very important aspect of the society. It's a very powerful tool to bring knowledge and wisdom forward.
Yeah.
So we certainly need this branch of professionalism to take itself into more depth and to take more serious.
Yeah, it's true.
The matters. So that's why I came to talk to you, because I'm interested. How's it going?
Yeah.
How is that actually going? Are we on the cusp of something? And mainstream? What's going on out there with all these world leaders showing us who they really are? What choices are we feeding this kind of media animal of fear?
Yeah.
Or are we prepared to sit back a little and make some fresh choices where we put our focus on this camera? So I'm very intrigued to see where you go with that eye of yours and vision. So I love to stay close to this process too. If we dare. What are we doing here? Are we daring to recreate who we already are and making it visible? I mean, in your profession, you make things very visible.
Yeah, I guess that is in a sense what we're doing, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Here we have the sound of the old Aborigine culture, thousands of years old, supporting your growth, eye growth. We need to go back thousands of years to remember how the earth was helping us to survive and live, simply. So I believe the support will come at the right time.
Yeah.
And the skills of modern life, which you're steeped in way beyond my abilities, can start to kick some ass around here. Get some fresh news out there.
Yeah. That is sorely needed.
Based on the wisdom, which you're obviously embodying.
Yeah. Wow.
Because you've experienced. We're experienced. We're sharing ourselves here. So we're no further than where we are right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you care. Thank you for caring so much. Really feel your concern. Just want to be sure that you kind of go up and do it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there is no turning back, right?
Yeah, that's it.
There isn't.
Once you've
seen.
you
can't trick yourself.
That's right. Enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that.
It's like in a court of law, right? When they come with this groundbreaking evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turns everything upside down, but it seems the evidence was not turned in the right way. So we have to look away. This is not. So you have to just forget that ever happened. That's not possible.
It's not.
I saw it. It's real.
It really is.
No denying it.
We met. We can't not meet.
No, right? It's too late. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, I'm infinitely happy we did meet.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow. Is there maybe you need to go now, I don't know, but is there one more question?
All right, by all means, yeah. Check that.
Is there to our listeners and to ourselves, what is your approach to, or is there an exercise or practice that you would recommend to just ground yourself, to come to meet yourself on a deeper level that is easy to apply or easy to use?
Yeah, I mean, we always have the opportunity to realize we are present. And often when we lose focus, it's because we've become distracted or get involved with some energies that are taking us away from being where we should be. So if we always use the breath, focus the breathing in the belly. This is how I kind of relate to being connected. It's just to close the eyes and feel the breath in the belly. So when you're breathing in, you can expand your belly. And as you breathe out, the tension of every particle is falling down into the ground and being distributed where it needs to go. So that's something that you can always do, as long as you are breathing. And if you're not breathing, then you probably have nothing more to worry about.
Good points.
So it's the breath, I think, that one breath that connects the whole of humanity. That we are aligning our breath and can allow nature to serve us as it wants.
Yeah.